Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 11, Week 6, Day 7. So, our internet's still been horrible. But aside from that, everything's still been good. So, of course, we got a pretty busy week this week. A lot of things going on. Of course, we still have the Mythic going on, which we will be doing soon, TM, the video on that and all that. We have the wrap-up of the current faction event going on. Which we'll actually probably be doing for most of the stream, just kind of getting our last few battles in there. Got a little bit more progress, get a little bit of rewards. However, the main things that we got going on, let's just go check the official post first. Because we have several things. We have Guild Wars, we have a Legends Reborn event, the second one, right? Yeah, second one. And a few other things, as well as all the normal stuff we tend to have on a given week. So, I am looking for... Did they not make the official post yet? That's funny. Wait, have they not? Wait. That's kind of funny. I don't think there's an official forum post yet. Good job. Anyways, it should be under latest news. There we go. Yeah, I don't think they posted on the forum unless I just missed it there. Anyways, it's over here. So we have the Amethyst Giant. A green-purple ends up dealing damage to an enemy and then converts 5 yellow gems to purple. Also, I noticed it looks like our frame rate actually isn't being too bad this time around. However, it is because I changed multiple things. Our internet is still being horrible right now. However, I did some precautions around it because I was seeing exactly how bad it was being. So I lowered down my settings to that kind of output. So I did like 720p instead of 1080 and a few other switches here and there to try to make sure we have a stable stream. From what I could tell, it looks like it lagged right at the beginning and it might be smooth right now. So even though our internet's still horrible as it was like a week ago, it does look like the changes we made have helped slightly, so that's good. That just means we probably have to stream at 720p until they figure out what's going on, and then we could probably go back to 1080, but I'm pretty sure for most things, 720 doesn't really matter. It is going at 720, should be. I told it to. Yeah, it is. Okay. It seems to help it a lot compared to 1080, that's for sure. But, yeah, okay. So, not completely fixed, but that's good enough for now. Anyways, so, at least the stream's stable, so that's the main thing that matters. But our bitrate is still, like, way lower than what it should be. Like our actual thing. So if my connection starts getting shaky, it's going to go down very quick. But hopefully it doesn't. Anyways, so it deals some damage to an enemy and then converts 5 yellow gems to purple giant gems. So we've been getting a lot of these things. They're all pretty average. Like, it's not unusable. It's just very situational that you're going to bother using this. Every single one of these giants is pretty much in that similar category where, like, you could use it. It's going to be decent if you do. But there's better options out there, so you're pretty much never going to. Has the same mechanic that all the other ones have, some score reduction, create a specific giant gem to their color whenever it takes skull damage. Pretty standard as far as what we've been getting from them, and all of them are in the same category of very situational but usable. Anyways, as far as the reward events, it looks like we have 6 different battles. From what I can tell, it does look like it's a rarity order one, so that's good. How does the battle system go? The first 5 battles are randomly chosen, but they all have an equal chance appearing on the map. Battle against the Amethyst Giant only appear after playing 4 wins on the other battles. However, this battle will not hang around. Okay, so basically always take Amethyst Giant every single time you see it and just do a rarity order. Okay, very straightforward event. So that's nice. Yeah, very straightforward. So, next, we have building things going on this week. Where should we even start? So, first things first. I guess we'll go over the standard ones first before we go into all the other nitty-gritty stuff. So, let's see. We have the road event. So next, obviously we have Guild War. Pretty standard Guild War. Just, you know, standard color every single day. Starting on Tuesday. Make sure to have your team set by the end of Monday. We have a faction event. Oh, wait. There's a... Yeah, there it is. Legends Reborn. We'll be going over that in a moment. Because that's the other big thing that's happening. Yeah, standard Guild War week. So we do have that coming in. Faction, we just have for, of course, the one associated to the kingdom, which is Dungaroth. Wednesday we'll be having a pet rescue, which I believe... No, this is one of the old ones. Yeah, the Islet one. Just for Mystics. So we haven't gotten a new pet in a little while. Thursday we're just having a class event for Karkaroth, associated with the kingdom. And this Friday we have Bounty Hunter, which will of course bring in a new troop. So now let's go over several other things. Well, first things first. The Bounty Hunter troop. So this we're getting this Friday. This one is the one we just went over. This is the one that we're getting on Friday. Let me go open it up in this little tab so we can go see it over here. So if we go over here, bring this over here. Good to go. Boom, boom, boom. We have this little guy. Hound of Liang. The Fey Beast. As far as what it does, it's a 10 mana cost yellow-green, explodes a gem, and deals magic plus 6 scatter damage if the Emperor Liang is on your team. Barrier the first 2 allies. Oh, Emperor Liang. I just read that as himself. But yeah, Emperor Liang, if I recall, isn't that not good? Liang. How do you spell Liang? Yeah, Emperor Liang is a very weird troop. It destroys all gems of a chosen color, then give all allies of that matching color a bunch of life and magic. It's under the category of buffing troop that will likely never get used. It does have enchant on extra turn, but ever since Mistralis came into the game, you basically would never run her, because why run one enchant per extra turn when you can enchant your whole team for extra turn and have auto extra turn, and pretty much have almost exact same mana coverage. It is blue, yellow, brown, whereas this is yellow, purple. So there's pretty much no point in ever using this. It's also only destroy of a single, which is basically like Tyree, and Tyree does that for 8 mana instead of 16, just without the buff, of course, and with a map instead, and the gold gain. But overall, it's pretty much never going to be used, meaning that the secondary effect on this thing is pretty much never going to be used. One other thing to keep in mind, too, is this is specifically for Bounty Hunter, and you're not going to be using Emperor Liang ever in Bounty Hunter. So this is a troop that outside of Bounty Hunter won't get used, inside of Bounty Hunter probably won't get used. Essentially, just will not get used. But yeah, that's basically its bottom line. It does have Airlink, I guess. I don't really see that in a situation where it's going to be usable, though. Like that little bit of mana accumulation with the Airlink. I guess the barrier could be okay for surviving, but generally your goal is not necessarily to survive. Maybe earlier on in the game, this could actually be a little bit more useful for Bounty Hunter if you're ever in concern that your team might die. But later on in the game, you generally have enough stats that you're not dying, and even if you are, you're not dying hard enough to lose the entire fight. You might just lose a unit occasionally, maybe 2 units if it gets really lucky to AI. But, you know, you're going to win the fight, and you don't get any penalty for losing troops in Bounty Hunter. It just slows down the speed at which you can win. So overall, it's not that good. It's very situational, probably more of an early game Bounty Hunter troop than a late game one. And it has a effect that basically never gets used in Bounty Hunter, which is so weird. Why would you even put that on it? That's just strange. Anyways, but yeah, it is a Bounty Hunter troop. That's so strange. Because it wants to be synergized with a non-bounty troop while being a Bounty Hunter troop. Anyways, aside from that, we have Legends Reborn. This is the second ever Legends Reborn we ever have. This mostly brings in a lot of pets and will be the main way that we'll get pet coverage going forward for a bunch of kingdoms. This one is specifically going to be for Shentang, and Shentang's going to be getting 4 different troops. The troops that they will be upgrading are... Oh gosh, I forget almost all of these. Let's see, Hang Long is okay. Balhu, I actually forget what it even is. Emperor Liang is bad. We just went over her. And... what is that, Spearmaster? I don't even remember what Spearmaster is. Hold up, let me go check these two. So we have a Bahu here. A Bahu? Let's see. Bahu. What do you do again? Create 3 yellow gems, deal a bunch of scatter to an enemy, boosted by yellow gems, enchant myself. Wait, the yellow gems isn't boosted? That's so bad. It basically just creates 3 yellow. Oh yeah, that's super bad. No wonder I forgot it exists. Emperor Liang we just went over. Hang Long's the epic that you get from the kingdom. Hang Long, oddly enough, I'm not sure. Then again, last time was the legendary. But it's kind of funny because the one that keeps gaining the biggest amount of benefit from these are the ones that hit full AoE damage, which I guess you would kind of expect. But it's coming out to be the exact same way again, because last time it was that one Elf 50% Mana Start troop, which not only was good because of the Elf 50% Mana Start, but of course it also was AoE. And this could be the same thing again, except this isn't a 50% mana troop, it's just a full AoE again. The Hang Long is, if you guys don't remember, he is this guy over here. He's the free epic you get from, if I could ever spell his name correctly. What on earth, dude? Let me just go to the kingdom. They're all there anyways. But yeah, he's the free dragon that you get from completing out the kingdom. Wait, I'm going too far. Wait. Alphabet, how does it work? Shentang. Alright, so... Hang Long... Oh, wait. Hold up. Never mind. Wrong one. Hold up. I was thinking of the longer noodle. I was thinking of Peng Long. I was thinking of the wrong Long. Hold up. Never mind. This is for the mythic one. I was going to say, yeah, that makes sense. One of them has to be for the mythic. Hold up. This one's actually good. Even better than I thought. Hold up. I thought this was for the other noodle. My bad. Wrong Long. I was thinking it was referring to Peng Long. But it's actually referring to Hang Long, which is much better, actually. So Hang Long with 5 more all stats. That's actually kind of interesting. It's not worth spending the money for it. But definitely when you see it in rotation, it might be worth spending the gems on it. Like spending 2,000 something gems to max this thing. I definitely would not try maxing it for like 80 something dollars. That is way too much. I would highly advise not to do that. However, doing it for gems when it rotates around a couple weeks later, or whenever it finally gets in the drop table. I think it took like 4 weeks last time. They said it was like immediate, but I'm pretty sure the paid one was actually like about a month after the fact, which is fine. Yeah, obviously, if it's paid walled initially, they'll probably wait a month, which makes sense. But all the other ones seemed like it was in drop table immediately. But anyways, long story short, yeah, this one actually is really good. This is one of the few dragons that is actually usable. Dragons are one of those categories of troops that have basically fallen off the face of the earth, mostly because of AoE spam being so bad in most situations. However, this thing does so many things. off of RNG that if it gets lucky, it is good enough to use. It's a full AoE and then has a chance to gain attack and gain extra turn and gain barrier and enchant and bless all in an individual roll. The only thing it does consistently is the full AoE, as any dragon would. Has really solid score reduction at 70%, one of the highest in the game, and gives a bunch of magic to all dragons every single time you match for an extra turn. And having 5 to all stats basically just means that the random RNG factor will be slightly higher, as well as the standard AoE that will do every time, as well as making it a little bit bulkier so it doesn't die. Overall, definitely gaining the biggest amount of benefit. So I wasn't wrong when I said this one would be the biggest benefit. It was just a different troop. And lastly, what's Spearmaster? I actually completely forget which one this is. Spearmaster, right there. Oh, Spearmaster's actually not bad. If this affected Arena, it would be good. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Spearmaster in Arena, or, you know, if you, like, just started the game and happen to have him, like, he's not bad. He's a, you know, kind of like a true damage poker. But later in the game, you're never going to use him compared to other options that exist within the game. So unfortunately, him having a pet isn't really going to change that. 5 to all stats, as with many troops, is generally not going to be enough to make a bad troop usable. It might make a good troop better, or, you know, an average troop slightly more usable, but it's almost never going to make a bad troop good. But yeah, he's an early game troop that you tend to just stop using once you get better options, and he's going to stay that way. That's pretty much everything going on next week. And we still have the Mythic available for the next 4 days, all the way until Thursday reset. I actually still have not pulled this thing yet. As you guys know, he's pretty useless. However, I still want to cover a video on him, because I haven't had time this weekend. I've been running a lot of errands and trying to fix things. But anyways, hope all of you guys had a wonderful weekend, since I didn't actually get to see you last night. So hope all of you have been doing well. Let me know how your weekend's been. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Bill. Hello, Lester. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Gimli. Hello, hello, Nightmare. Hello, Defiant. Hello, JZG. Hello, Draco. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Dwight. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Clip Bomb. Hello, Imperial. Hello, hope that's hello too. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's start doing things. First things first, you know we gotta do dungeons. It's Diamond Day as well. That's not where dungeons are. Gosh, the Mystics dungeon. Alright, so let me go get our Dragonite, obviously. And it is a Sunday, so let's go get our gems as well and all that. Always worth getting that every Sunday. Every other day is questionable in its value. No! We already hit trap. Boo. No! Can you please stop giving me upward stairs? Oh, that is so bad. You know how many upward stairs I've gotten compared to downward stairs? Way too many. What are we right now? So we're inflicted with curse and we're inflicted with bleed. So basically we're inflicted with nothing. Interesting. That's a very interesting way to say nothing. Those are a lot of words that mean we are inflicted with nothing. Did I get a perfect yesterday? No, it was a fail. It was a standard fail. I can't remember exactly but it was a fail. I'm pretty sure it was pretty similar, where I just click a room, it was immediately a trap. It wasn't that memorable, I remember that. But I forget the exact layout that it was. All I know is there definitely was a trap on the top row. It wasn't even one of those situations where it's like, good room, little treasure thingy, and then it's like, oh, what if this other one's it? And then you get a trap. It wasn't even one of those. It was just like pretty much immediate trap, and it's like, oh, we failed. Kind of like today. It happens, though. We will eventually get our second perfect. It will happen at some point. Eventually. Also, we'll eventually get downward stairs. We just do not get them. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people almost already at 20. And we're currently at 5. And I've taken every downward stairs we ever had. Like, I've never accidentally clicked the upwards button. I have only gone down. But we've gone upward stairs, like, every other day, it feels like. The last couple weeks. Anyways, let me clear out adventure board while we're already using this team. Not much to get, but might as well go get our deeds. And then from there, I guess we'll focus on the faction. So, of course, we did have that faction. I never did cover a video on it. However, we did cover it on the Monday video, so theoretically, we already covered a video on it. It was just on that Monday Teams video, of course. Which is the only weird thing about doing that Teams video. Because it's, even though we're separating that from the other video, it's still, like, also taking over other videos. Because we basically already covered that on Monday. All the teams for, you know, the weekend faction event. I did use a different Rowan build, but, you know, still same premise. We were just using Guard's Avatar instead of Rowan, which are both basically the same troops used differently. Yeah, how's the connection on the stream been? I have adjusted multiple things on it. While my connection has still been worse than normal, I have made multiple changes to make sure that we do not lag the stream. And it does require us to be on 720p and a few other back-end changes. However, it should make it so we don't lag. So that's good. I'm not sure how that will work on other games, but we'll probably test that on Tuesday when we try to play Pokemon Eevee again. Round 2. Because we'll probably do that Tuesday. I meant to do that last week's Tuesday, but then, you know, our connection was awful. But we're going to try it again this week's Tuesday, and hope it is stable enough like it is right now to be to work. It'll just have to be at a slightly lower resolution. We're just going to have to keep doing that slightly lower resolution until I can figure out what on earth is going on with my connection. It's affecting a couple other things as well. It's mostly affecting my download speed, or sorry, my upload speed, not my download speed. So it makes like videos take longer to get up and stuff like that. Not like that much longer, but you know, it takes like 2 times, 3 times longer for it to upload compared to normal. Anyways, what am I looking for here? I am looking for deep delves. Or not, yeah, well, technically, deep delves, same difference. Of course, we have this new layout. You can end up clicking the button to go to the deep delve now as well as we get these unlocked. Overall, they're not really anything too interesting. I specifically made sure not to get the troop. Main reason for this is I'm just waiting until it comes in for free. If you try opening shards right now, it is of course not in the drop table. If you try opening these right now, it is specifically not. It doesn't tell you anywhere that it's not, but it is not in the drop table. It will be in about 4 to 6 weeks from last week's Friday. So realistically, probably by almost by our birthday, sometime early November or so, should be able to get it. Anyways, with that being said, let's go and do the faction. So we still have this. Do want to go get our little bit of rewards. Obviously, we will not clear through all the tiers as I have spent literally 0 gems on it, so we can keep stockpiling our gems for Dragonite, which we've been doing pretty good on. How much are we on right now? 30,000. Oh no, that stack's still going down. Oh no, we might need to go open some Volkies again. My stack, it's diminishing even though I'm trying to keep it up. But we're currently running with low range Rowan, which means I'm actually running the wrong metal setup right now. Let me actually go fix that. Because currently we're running pure magic, whereas we want to be running pure armor for the battles we're about to be doing. We are not deep enough where we need... actually, we almost are. We're almost deep enough where we need to switch out this team for something else. Let's see. For best Imperial use, should you get all kingdoms to level 15 first? Yes. I don't even think I need to read the rest. Or upgrade some to 16 if they need it for kingdom stats. No, just go for 15 to all first. The only one exception to that is if you're camping a specific location. Like, let's say, for example, you're farming, I don't know, Sword's Edge every single day for Explore 12, and you're only farming that one single location to stay in there with whatever team you're using. In that situation, it might be worthwhile, so you get 10% more shards every single time you're doing that when you're farming Explore 12. Because if you're only farming one specific kingdom, getting 10% the entire time is a pretty big buff. Whereas if you're farming multiple different kingdoms, 10% obviously isn't much on one single kingdom. However, if you're only farming one specific one, then you get a lot of value from getting that 10%. So doing that for one that you have to be farming a lot could be worthwhile. But aside from that, I would advise getting every single kingdom into 15 before you worry about getting too many level 16s, as you'll get a lot more overall resources that way. But yeah, generally, you want to do all 10s before anything else, then do all 15s, then do all 16s. And after 16s, you can start targeting 20s directly, which very few people are at that point. We kind of are. Though the problem is how many deep books you need for is just so large in the current state of the game. Something that will likely be tweaked into the future, however, hasn't been yet. Soon, TM. On a long list of things they need to do for quality of life that is on the list of them that they'll get around to eventually. Pretty sure they're going to try selling some from the Legends Reborn thing tomorrow. I would not doubt it. That there'll be some money deed books in there. I think they put it on the $15 tier last time. Which, for the amount of deed books it was in the current economy of the game, like, it wasn't a bad amount. But the only reason it's a good amount is because they're paywalling it so much. So it makes it seem like it's a good amount relative to how non-existent they are. Because the amount of benefit you get from it relative to money spent isn't really much at all. But they're so scarce that it almost seems like it's value. Even though it's kind of not. Let's see, we'll take that one over. Take the skull over. Can you not survive with 3 HP? That'd be great. Oh, well, well, it did answer my call. It survived with 7 HP instead. Because it gained 5 from its thing. That's funny. But yeah, there's 3 guaranteed treasure rooms in this place. I didn't notice that until we started doing a few more runs, but yeah, that one right before the boss is actually a treasure room. It might be one of the only factions in the game where the treasure room appears right before the final room of the dungeon. Meaning you're actually forced to take the final treasure room, which is interesting because I can't think of a single other delve layout where you're actually forced to take the treasure room. As in, it's literally impossible to take a path without having one immediately before it. I guess there are some that have like a diverging double path where both of them have like a treasure room. But I can't recall a single one where the treasure room is literally the room before the final fight. And required to get in. Which is interesting. That means you always get at least one positive buff, if nothing else. It's always good to have. You have 40k gems, nice. Yeah, my stack's been going down. We were as high as like 35,000. And yeah, Dragonite's been whittling it slightly. That could be fixed just by, you know, opening a bunch of Volkies. Because we do have quite the Volky horde these days. Speaking of which, I believe we have another Vault event later this month. Which one is our next Vault event? Terran's Road. What do you have to say about that? I believe we do know. I just keep forgetting the date. I believe it's the 23rd, I want to say. 23rd sounds correct. Like 23rd to 26. Yep, there it is. Oh, sorry, 21st to 23rd, my bad. I knew 23 was involved in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, my bad. It ends on the 23rd, not start on the 23rd. It's the 21st to the 23rd of this month, which is actually 2 Fridays from now. Not this week's Friday, but next week's Friday. Could you imagine if it was this week's Friday? We have a billion events going on. Good thing it isn't this week's Friday, because, gosh, we got everything going on. Also, hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Also, hello, Imperial as well. Welcome, welcome. Also, hello, Black Glass. Oh, glad to hear that the stream's doing better. It is showing that we dropped some small amount of frames, but 0.3% compared to like 60-something% is definitely a good change. It says we've only dropped 131 frames, which before we were dropping 131 frames per several seconds, and now it has been that many for an entire stream so far. Anyways, let's keep going. Keep messing with this faction. Mostly for a little bit of loot. Obviously, loot's not too good for it, especially compared to a Tuesday faction, which is actually kind of funny. Because the loot that you get for a Tuesday faction relative to time invested is actually better than the weekend faction event, even though it lasts longer, and you theoretically get slightly more overall loot. The time to loot ratio is actually better on the Tuesday event, oddly enough. It's not too big a difference, but Tuesday events actually get more loot. This is kind of funny. I really wish they would have done more with deep delves. Like, they are a mechanic that could, in theory, be really good, but they did too little to it to make it worthwhile for anything. And will that change into the future? I sure hope so. It almost reminds me of what happened with Arena event. Like, Arena event, it got improved, but didn't get improved enough. And that's basically what happened when they introduced deep delves. Like, this place has 3 treasure rooms compared to the other place having 0 treasure rooms. Like, that's an improvement, obviously. The layout's a little bit better and all that. But, that's, like, almost all it does. Like, there's, like, almost no other benefit. We get, like, a single troop. Oh, your son had a birthday the other day. I hope it went well, Isabel. I hope all the celebrations went well. How old did he turn? Because your kid's kind of old, isn't he? Isn't he almost turning 18 or something? Or at least the older one anyways? Let's see. What do we need here? I'll take the grain. Gosh, what did I even do for my 18th birthday? I can't even remember. There wasn't anything too special. Oh, it's his 17th birthday. Yeah, that's almost how old I was when I started the channel, now that I think about it. Because, let's see, we would have started the channel when I was 21. And I've been self-employed since 19. Actually, 18 was... Actually, was it 18 or 19? Like, 19 is when I was self-employed, but I can't remember the last year I had, like, a normal job. It depends what you define as a normal job. Because the most normal thing I did in college was like flea marketing. Which technically isn't a normal job. Like, it's not like you go in and get an hourly wage. It's based on, you know, how much you sell and everything. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Grab our blue. You pulled a mythic from 200 glory keys. Congrats. Huge congrats. Very nice pull. Was that the new mythic or one of the other ones? Oh, wait, never mind. It has to be the new mythic. Yeah, that's something I do need to mention in the weekly video as well. While I do plan to mention the Scorpius thing, or actually, I need to go cover a video on him too. But while I do need to mention the Monday video as well, one thing to keep in mind is if you're looking to not get it from your keys, make sure to hold your keys until Friday, because that's when he's going to be out of the drop table. He's a really bad drop. I still need to go get him just for completionist sake and cover a video on him because, you know, we always do for every mythic. However, he's a really bad mythic. But he still helps with stars and stuff on kingdoms. Still extra progress. Theoretically, every troop is useful, at least in that regard. Even if they're the most useless troop in the world, they still get benefits to give you more loot over time. If you can get them for cheaply, it's worthwhile in the end. But yeah, it felt weird this week. We only streamed, what, 3-4 days this week? This is the least we ever streamed in a week that wasn't like a vacation. I'm pretty sure this is the lowest amount I've ever streamed. And honestly, I kind of liked it. Though I do enjoy being here and streaming and all that. When you have like a whole extra like hour, when you normally think, like when you have a mindset at a given time every single day, where it's like, oh, this is something I'll do every single time. And then you have that time to do absolutely anything. It's like, oh, wow, my whole schedule has just opened up. It just feels weird. Because you're so like hardwired every single day to do the same thing. And then it's like your habit breaks and it's like, oh, cool. I can do anything with this time now. Oh yeah, the stream should be way better today. I changed quite a few things. My connection is still just as bad as it was. But I changed all my settings to work with those worst settings, essentially. Like, I changed my settings to account for the worst connection that we have right now. And that seems to be helping a lot. While my connection is still just as bad as it was the other day, the stream quality is deliberately preemptively lowered so that it comes out smoother. Which for most people, especially if you're watching on phone, you probably won't notice a difference. If you're watching on TV, you might notice a bit of a difference. But at least it shouldn't lag, if nothing else. Because you should have almost no delay on the stream right now as well. Yeah, like I'm looking at the stream right now. We're in the same fight that we are in right now. It does still look like about a 10 to 15 second delay or so. But we always have like a 10 or 15 second delay. That's like never not the case. It's just kind of standard. Like, I can literally set 0 delay on the stream. It'll be like, up here's like 5-second delay. Let's see. Throw that down. Lester. Literally the exact same amount of stuff is open right now as it's always been. It's literally just Steam, Gems of War, in the program. But I adjusted a bunch of settings on the back end. And even though my upload speed is still very, very low right now, I've changed all the settings to account for that lower speed. So now it runs smooth. Which I should have just probably done that in the first place. Like, the main issue is still, like, I need to go to the service provider, and I tried doing that the other day. But the problem with the service provider is they move location. Which I didn't expect. Like, sometime during the pandemic, or, you know, in the last few years, they moved their location, because I've never been there during the entire pandemic. You know, I haven't had a need to go there. Like, I didn't know that they moved. And their automated system online is, like, you might as well not even use it. Like, I cannot get to a person through it. And their automated, like, help desk thing is so horrifically bad. But I feel like most companies like that are like that. Did I get an owl? We got the raven from Isabel the other day. Actually, you should probably be keeping it on the mic. It actually works kind of spooky for a Halloween theme. I might need to do some Halloween-themed games as well, or something similar. If nothing else, we could always do Bayonetta 3. We're always joking about an After Dark stream. And it seems like a really good game to do an After Dark stream for. We could also do it for a Gems of War one as well. It's something that's been joked about for like years now. I never bothered doing. Mostly because we're always PG. Because I'm just kind of naturally PG just in general. Because you guys know I pretty much never curse. Or actually, I just never curse. Not pretty much never curse. I just never do. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll take that over. Because I can't even slip with it because I just naturally never do it. So I can't like accidentally do it because I just never do it to begin with. Also, I just realized we should probably be changing our team by now. We're actually getting a little bit too deep to be using this team. Luckily, that's why we showed on the Monday video all the teams. Speaking of which, we should probably go build some of those teams for next week. Because it definitely made it after the stream, so I didn't have to do as much work with all the team building. And you guys get to see the team early if you showed up for the stream. So it's a win-win. Let's see. I'm looking for my team for this. The only problem is I have no clue which one it is in all this mess because I moved them all. I think it's this one. Yeah, the weekend one. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I did this with the Scorpius. Oh, I did a fun one. This is one of the different ones. I even showed this off in the video slightly. But now let's go show it in the Delve. So this one's an interesting one. It's a team type I don't normally use. It's basically Poison Scorpius, but you're using Hero for the poison. Between Essence of Evil and every time you take a purple. It's an interesting combination. Gets the job done. Just throw that down. And a Assault Melt. Oh wait, I'm still in armor. Let me go change that. Actually, do I even need... Now that I think about it. Do I even need magic? I guess for Angry Mob. Though, I'm pretty sure it's already destroying the whole board. Wait, what stat do we even need? Might be a weird situation. Where us having higher stats actually means nothing. Because Iron Gut's already 100% devouring. Magic does nothing on any troop, basically. That is very weird. I guess we still go magic, because why not? Because what if they... I don't know, we just needed to poke. But this is a weird circumstance where having higher in any stat means nothing. Which is a very weird circumstance to have. Where essentially the only metal we need is 20% mana start, and that's it. I said hello, Ginky, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Oh, is Ginky still been sick? Oh no. I was hoping you would have gotten better by now. I hope you get better soon. Yeah, the new Scorpion troop is pretty bad. Oh, you don't think it's bad? It's just bad compared to Scorpius? Oh, it's also bad compared to Megavore. Because Megavore is the other one-to-one. Because they're both a hit a single target with a lot of true damage kind of troop. But the biggest issue with the new troop is it has no secondary effects. So you do that, and then you're doing nothing beyond that. Like, Scorpius' secondary effect is, well, it quite literally kills the second unit. Megavore's secondary effect is, you know, it hits it just about as hard as the other troop, maybe slightly less so. But it armor tiers everything. So it has that going for it. Plus it has a final trait that does something with the insta-kill. Like, it's usable, but compared to any other similar option, it does almost nothing. Which is its biggest problem. Yeah, it does do a lot of true damage. It should be one-shotting everything it touches. But the problem is, even if it 100% kills every single attack, it would still be bad. Which is an issue with quite a few troops, or particularly mythics. Where there is so much power creep in Gems of War, where one-shotting a unit is bad. If you're only one-shotting a unit with no follow-up. That's pretty much the current state of the game. where if your ability one-shots something, that is a bad move relative to other things that exist. Because if it doesn't have mana follow-up or insta-kill multiple or stuff like that, it tends to fall behind other things. The main thing is like extra turn potential. If you're just one-shotting something and then not touching the board at all with your ability, that is very problematic in a lot of situations. There's a few that can get away with that, like Megavore and such, but very, very few. Because their secondary effect is already so strong that, you know, it makes up for it. But I'm pretty sure it would one-shot almost everything it touches. I'd very doubt if it wouldn't. It'd be even worse if it doesn't. Because then it has the, what's his name? The Storm Shield issue. Because that's something that always plagued Storm Shield, or whatever his name is. What's his name? Storm Shield. So Jotnar's Storm Shield is a true damager that wants to one-shot something, but if he's not capable of one-shotting something, he's beyond useless. Because he has basically no follow-up. His whole ability is just, I hit something for true damage. And that's basically what the new Mythic does too, just with more true damage than him, in generally speaking. But, and not generally speaking, almost every single time. His boost ratio is almost never going to be more than the other guy. But he makes up for it slightly with Barrier, but still, it's basically the Jotnar issue. Like, it's one of those troop setup. Ferris Ra had that issue as well, though. At least Ferris Ra had follow-up, where it's a troop that's main identity is one-shotting stuff. But then if it doesn't one-shot stuff, it's even worse than that. Like, at least with, like, Iron Gut and stuff like that, it's like, oh, yeah, you're going to one-shot something. And this is one of the reasons why Zugov is so good. Because, yes, his whole premise is one-shot something, but it's one-shot something plus follow-up. You actually get skulls onto the board, which generally not only double or triple kills, but also gives you extra turns, which is huge for any troop. I don't know, it's just one of those weird situations where, like, it's in theory very powerful, but also completely useless. Like, on paper, insta-killing something, very strong. In practice, in the current meta, very weak, if it has no follow-up. It's a weird circumstance in the current state of the game. Also, we actually got the Toad transform. I feel like we're not getting the second Poisonous consistently. I haven't used this team build in a very, very long time. It's one that has been viable for, I want to say, like 4 years now. It's been quite some time. The main reason you don't tend to see me using it is a bit luck-based. Because you're hoping not only that you find a spare purple, but that spare purple hits the correct unit, so that you can go and get a double kill. Oh, speaking of double kill, this hero class, like several, have a 7% chance to insta-kill when you get a kill, and I think that's the first time all stream that has happened. It's a very small chance, but when it happens, it's very nice. There we go. Use Scorpius in a autoplay. Yeah, Scorpius in autoplay would be kind of interesting. Yeah, we did a Teams video a little while back of undefeated autoplays. My favorite was it a Zugov team? I can't remember what my favorite one was. Was it Wordbreaker, actually? I don't even remember. I covered the video, like, right when the thing came out. I don't even remember what I even mentioned. Because generally, I don't really touch the autoplay function too much. But I do recall every team I showed for it had 100% win rate. Or at least for the testing that I've done. And of course, we do have really high stats and stuff like that, so that might bias it slightly. Because we pretty much have max stats, technically. There's a few people that might have, like, ever so few higher if they spend a lot of money on the game. Or got really good luck. But generally speaking, we're pretty much tied highest stats, which is generally higher than the average person. So it's hard to really compare for stuff like that. Because if I show, like, an autoplayed team, but I have, like, 20 more all stats than someone else, like, it could go slightly differently compared to the person with lower stats. Oh, so why did I do that? There's literally double immune in the back, and I didn't hit either of them with disable. I was thinking that too as I was hitting the button. Yep, the brain didn't fully process through what I just did. I like how he still gets the double kill because his base damage is actually high enough. I guess one of the few situations where his magic value actually matters. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. I still haven't handed out a code yet. Oh yeah, let's hand out 2 codes tonight too. I did say, since I wasn't streaming last night, that we would do 2 codes. I said that the other night. And yeah, we still need to hand out 2 codes. Oh, also, I was able to get some shopping done the other day. Well, I haven't set it up yet, because I wanted to make sure everything that was needed for the stream was set up instead. Which luckily has stabilized the stream, so that's good. But I ended up picking up a few things. Ended up getting a second TV. And 4K as well, my first 4K TV, a very cheap one. It was only like 100 something. Also came with some other Amazon thing. An Amazon Echo. Have any of you guys ever used an Amazon Echo? Isn't that basically like, gosh, what's that other one product called? Alexa. Isn't it basically like Alexa, but Amazon's version or something? Or is Alexa also Amazon's? I'm pretty sure it was a different company. I can't remember. Isn't Alexa Google's version of it? But Echo is Amazon's version or something? Because I've never owned a product like that before, but it came with the TV. I didn't even realize it. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess. Now it'll just listen in on me every single day. Is that why they hand it out for free? But yeah, it just came with one. I was like, oh, I'll go hook it up later. But yeah, I got that. I got finally got a mechanical keyboard. I haven't had the chance to test it. I was testing it while I was there, but I didn't like set it up and everything. Because I want to set it up in a specific way where I could switch it very quickly if I need to. Because I need to fix like this whole desk area. I need another desk for the side there later. It's still the next thing I need to look for. I need to find like a TV stand. I need to find like a second desk. Because I have so much dead space over to the left of me right here that really needs to be organized. And I'll be doing that at some point. I just haven't found a proper desk for it. I'm still going to be keeping the desk I currently have though. Oh no, it just dropped some frames. Frames, come back! Come back, frames! It didn't drop that many. It dropped like 100. Compared to the other night where it's dropping that like every few seconds. I think it's fine. I just get scared every single time I see that go down now. It's like, oh, oh no. Will I be doing a day stream again? How many? I'm not sure, but yes, we will definitely do a day stream this Tuesday of what I meant to do last Tuesday, which is go play Eevee. I will be doing the entirety of Pokemon Eevee on Tuesday. And hopefully the connection should be stable enough. Our connection's still bad, but we changed our settings to make it less bad. That's still something I need to get sorted with the service provider. If they would ever answer the phone. And it's too far for me to like naturally go there. Because while the other location was in walking distance, the place they moved to is very much not in walking distance. Let's see. I'll take that one over. Oh, sorry, Tyrion, I didn't see your question. Do you want a level 20 Yveltal or Xerneas? If you don't need it, sure. Having more that can be made competitive is always nice. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get a zero attack Xerneas later. He was really bad in a Dynamax format, but in next gen he might actually be really useful, given that there's Fairy Terra typing. Because Fairy is actually something that never had hidden power. Back when hidden power existed in Pokemon, Fairy typing did not exist, if I'm not mistaken. So there wasn't such a thing as like Fairy type hidden power. Whereas next gen will have such a thing. It's not called that, but that's effectively what it is. Oh, so we will have the Mythic video up by, tonight, by the way. As well as everything else we need to go do for Gems of War tomorrow. Yeah, what do you guys feel about the double video format for the teams and the video structure thing? As long as they both get up on Monday. Because it seemed like the main thing that people didn't want was it to be on the following day. Because I noticed earlier, although I didn't look at the updated numbers as of super recently, but I think the teams video actually had more views than the weekly video. Which I think that's the first time that has ever happened. Because back when I used to divide them into teams video and, you know, thing on the weekly stuff, the teams video did not get as many views as the weekly thing. And I find that kind of interesting because now it actually gets like a good majority of it. So I guess most people watch the Monday videos for the teams potentially, which is kind of funny because it's all the way at the end. Just by the structure of the video. Or, you know, when we do it all as one video, that is. Yeah, I do get slightly more revenue for splitting it. It's not a huge amount, but, you know, with how little channel makes, every little bit helps. Which was one thing that definitely slightly encouraged it. Because I do make more money splitting the video than keeping it as one. Mostly because there's a lot of overlap of people who you would, of course, watch both. And since I don't do mid-roll ads anymore, you know, you get ads for both then. Because the other solution to that is just do mid-roll ads, which was one solution I did a while back, but I don't do that anymore. Unless YouTube puts them there, I actually never put mid-roll ads anymore. Any that you ever see, it's YouTube putting it there, not me. Let's see. What do we need here? Take the blue over. It almost feels like we're running double Iron Gut when we're running it this way. Which reminds me, do I still not have a second Iron Gut? Because I really need one if I don't. Double Iron Gut's actually kind of good. And people have suggested it to me so many times. And I believe the reason I've never really ran it is I'm pretty sure I don't have a second Iron Gut. Which is kind of funny. Because I think of all the mythics I have like 1 billion copies of. But for whatever reason, I am pretty sure Iron Gut is not one of them. Which is kind of unfortunate. Let me double check. I am pretty certain I have 1 Iron Gut only. Oh, wait, I have 3? Oh, we could build a 3 Iron Gut team. Oh, there we go. When did we get so many? I could have sworn I only had 1 earlier. Where on earth did the other 2 come from? They're multiplying. Yeah, Isabel, did you get your son anything special for his birthday? I don't know, what do you even get for a 17-year-old these days? I definitely don't follow pop culture enough to know what kids are into. Like, all the memes and TikTok and stuff like that, they're beyond my comprehension these days. Like, I thought it would take until I was like in my 40s to lose in touch with the youth. And I'm like late 20s. And I'm already way out of touch. I'm like beyond repair out of touch. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. I meant to do that. Actually, I meant to give out 2 codes. I haven't even handed out the first yet. Let me go do the first one right now. 1 second. Actually, I don't even have it open. 1 second. Let me go dig up the codes. Here's the first of 2. I'll have the other one. But there you guys go. Enjoy. Here's the redeem code. Use on Jim. Well, you guys know by now. There you go. I'm pretty sure most of you know. If you know, you know. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. And we'll have another one in a little bit. Because I did say we'd hand out 2 tonight. And for whatever reason, I kind of forgot to even hand out the first one until now. We'll hand out the other one in a little bit. Probably after we team build a little bit, we'll go hand out the second one. Because I do plan to team build some for the video tomorrow. I just need to go look up every single team thingy that we need. One thing I will not be covering in a teams video, though, otherwise it will take forever, is Guild War teams. How exactly I'll be doing that, I do not know. Guild War teams always a complicated thing to cover. Trip to Boston to hang with friends. And new headphones. Oh, wow, nice. Sounds like a pretty good birthday, then. Yeah, the codes don't work on console, unfortunately. They said a while back they were gonna like maybe do something eventually for that, and then never did. Which is unfortunate. Alright, let's just kill him. We're good to go. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing for my birthday this year. I really have literally no plans. If we have super no plans, we might just stream. We've done that on some of our birthdays, if we just have, like, literally nothing to do. Especially since my mom's schedule tends to not necessarily align with whenever my birthday is. So sometimes she's just working on my birthday, so it's like, oh, I'll stream. Nothing else to do today. Is that how I think of it? Have I ever even traveled for my birthday ever? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever traveled for my birthday. A single time. Like, travel to a location and state I have, but you know. Like, as far as, like, travel to, like, a different state or a different country. Never a single time. It's election day on yours this year? Oh, yeah. Yeah, my birthday's, like, always right on top of election day. I've kind of given up on politics. After following it for some amount of times, I've come to the conclusion that I will never follow it again. I got my taste of it, and I did not like it. Or I did for the time, but I don't know. It's just way too chaotic. I also live in a state where the elections are pretty much predetermined. So your vote means literally nothing. Because it's a state that votes in a very particular way. And if you're voting for the other side, it is basically pointless. Because the other side's gonna win. And obviously there's no viable third party in America. Maybe eventually. But currently there's none. I was gonna say, I wish you were poisoned, but then I remember he's impervious. That's never gonna happen unless we hit him with essence. Hey, we got a spooky fox! Happy Halloween! Welcome, welcome. I still remember the year when I was a kid when I went as a cat knight. Because one year I went as a cat, a different year I went as a knight, and then the following year I was like, huh, what should I go? And then I combined the two outfits, I'll be a cat knight. And gosh, it was way too warm. Because even though the armor was obviously like very plasticky and meant for kids, like it was pressing down the fur like onto your body. So it was like so absurdly warm. And it was still kind of hot out. Like obviously it gets a little bit cooler that time of year. But it wasn't like cold. It was still kind of decently warm. And gosh, I was like way overheated that year. And I was killed that out. I'm good to go. Have funny stories. I feel like I'm really bad at telling stories, even though I have a lot of them. And then again, I also feel like it's because I don't really have a lot. Like, compared to an average person, because I don't get out much. That sounds so adorable. Gosh, how old would I have been at the time? I would have had to have been 2nd to 6th grade. Exact age is within question. I'm pretty sure we're 2nd or 3rd grade. So what is that then? 7? 8? Somewhere around there. Also, I feel like we've been hitting this 10% like 50% of the time to stream. Catch you later, Clip Bomb. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, he said furry, not funny. Oh no, is that a furry story? Is that how it all got started? No, it started way earlier than that. I feel like that's something I pretty much like never bring up on the channel. I'm pretty sure most people know. Yeah, I haven't done pumpkin carving in a very long time. It's always so messy. Oh, what do we need here? We'll take the Scorpius down. So I'm still surprised we have so many battles left. Yeah, that's a pretty good Valraven look. Because it's pretty much going to be a 2-hour stream. Because after we finish this, I still want to go mess with team builds for next week. We're not going to be going over all of them, obviously, during the stream, but going to be able to a good number of them. I always, whenever I look at chat, I always waiting on that audio cue for when the thing actually hits, and I'm like, wait, why is it not going? I don't think that's a Halloween bot. I'm pretty sure it's a person. Though if it is a bot, yeah, don't ban it. They're fine. I don't think it's a bot. Pumpkin, are you a bot? Let me know. Probably not getting banned regardless, though. Oh, never mind. It's probably not a bot. I didn't think it would be. Yeah, see, it's a person. Told you. Honestly, YouTube's been pretty good lately. We've been getting almost no bots. I know we were getting spammed a lot in the past, but ever since we turned on like that few minute delay for subscribe, which I believe is still on right now. Let me double check. It should be on 3 minutes. Like ever since I did that, the amount of bots that hit us has went down from like maybe 100 per month to like 3 if at max. They hit the videos a lot harder, but as far as the streams, they like barely hit us anymore. It's kind of nice. It was a really big problem on YouTube for a while, but it seems like they slightly fixed it, which is cool. Oh yeah, the Eliza bots were funny back in the day. Those lasted for like a year or two. Yeah, YouTube allows you to change your username pretty much instantly. Like, as soon as I saw that a Halloween thing, I thought it might have been someone already from chat just doing it for the holiday. Because I believe YouTube allows you to change it like almost instantly, which is kind of cool. I never change mine though. It's not a bot. You kept changing the font of your username, nice. There's a lot of wacky ones out there. I think the funniest ones are the ones where it looks like it has like extra text all around it. I'm not sure what website you use for that. I know there's some weird ones where you can like flip it and stuff like that as well. And it still lets you copy paste into various locations. What do we need here? We'll take that one down. Oh, why did I do that? I already had the mana. Oh, so it feels like this thing is not poisoning anywhere near enough than it should be. But it's also because it only does it whenever we take a purple, and we're pretty much never taking purple. Unless we just naturally get it from Sky. Spooky, scary skeletons. Ever seen Ex Machina? No, I have not seen it. Bill with the table flipping again. I've not seen a flipped table in a while. I was gonna say, we better have Scorpius mana. We've set up perfectly for it. I'm curious how elaborate AI will get in the future, though. Like, that's gonna be scary when it's, like, indistinguishable from an actual person. Because you know it's eventually going to be. It's not a matter of if. It's more so when. Like, it's eventually gonna get that sophisticated. Oh, he's got an extra double kill, though I didn't really need it. We already had everything we needed to kill there. Since they actually got poisoned for once. You're going massive candy shopping, nice. No one really trick-or-treats in my area anymore. Like, we normally pick up a small thing. But, that's it, because, you know, like, almost no one stops by. It's not really done much in my neighborhood here. I know when I lived in New Jersey, it was, like, a lot bigger of an event. I was also younger then, but even just the neighborhood in general was, like, a lot more set up for it. Like, here it kind of just happens. I felt like in New Jersey in some areas, like, it was like a whole event. Like, sometimes even a 2-day, like, long event. To make sure that people could still trick-or-treat depending on when it fell on a given year. You know, because kids in school and all that. So trick-or-treat would almost last for like 2 or 3 days. Oh, don't transform. Gosh, lycanthropy. Like, the worst thing they ever did was that lycanthropy. It's so annoying. Luckily, there's not too many things that place it. The most annoying thing, though, is that it makes Essence of Evil worse. Well, I'm not the one blaming it as the bot. I think it's mostly just Lester. Lester's just playing around, though. But glad to have you here. Yes, we've also been traumatized by the bot armies in the past, yeah. True. We also have a relatively niche community. So people aren't used to seeing new people. Because even if we see new people here, it's generally people who are already into Gems of War community. So it's like, oh yeah, you were from there. It's always nice to see new people around. I've always considered covering like a wider variety of content so we could get more reach. The problem with that is it's hard to do. Because it seems to be very, very, very luck-based when something works or doesn't work. Yeah, there's a lot of bots that do the weird website ones. Because most of them are trying to get people to click on a link, which obviously should never be done. Though I have seen some really weird ones that spam like the most incomprehensible things. I think the funniest ones was there was a period of time where we were getting a bunch of bots that all they spammed was text. Like literally just the word text. As if it was like a placeholder and they forgot to put the text that it was supposed to spam or something. They literally just spammed us with the word text as a text. And that's it. And it wasn't just one, it was multiple of them. It was really weird. Like, they didn't have any kind of, like, weird, like, link username or anything either. It was, like, a very obvious, like bot-generated username with, and it just kept spamming the word text. It was very strange. I haven't seen those in a while. I was like, gosh, how many Vow Ravens are we going to get? We've almost done, like, 10 delves so far. That's a lot more than I was expecting this to be. Well, we'll do them all. Might as well. And then we'll go do a bunch of team building. It's weird how the Vow Ravens run sometimes. The main thing that throws me off is it runs differently for every game mode. So if you're expecting it to have like one ratio of appearance, it actually has a different one for like almost every location where they appear. I was like, gosh, my hand has still been stiff. It's been like getting better. I'm not sure what caused it to get like so ultra stiff. I think it's because of how I get up out of this chair sometimes. Because I do it in a way where I feel like I put too much pressure on my hands. Main solution to that is to lose some weight. Because I actually moved up to like 210 again. I've been fluctuating everything from like 190 to like 230. The 230 was like peak pandemic weight. Luckily I got most of that off. A toenail update? Oh, you mean that toe I jammed the other day? I'm pretty sure I broke the bone in it. Though it doesn't hurt or anything. But I'm pretty sure the bone in it is literally broken. Because it doesn't move the same as the other toe. It also feels very funny when you pull on it. Ring Fit time. We never did finish that game. My room's still slightly a mess. I need at least one more drawer cabinet thing before this room is fully organized. Have I heard of the emoji cat? I have not. But no, realistically for exercise, I'm probably gonna get back on the treadmill. I've been needing to walk more. Can I do a ring fit with a broken toe? Yeah, I still can. It's not broken. I just can't move it. It's like the least useful toe to have a movement capability on. So it makes like no difference. Like if it was a finger, that'd be a different story. That'd be very problematic. But it's like the second to the left toe. Like you're never using that toe. That toe is literally used like 0 times in anyone's lifetime. Pretty much. It sounds like my toe needs a doctor. It's not broken. Like, the bone probably is, to the point where it can't move the thing. But, you know, it's not broken in a problematic way. It's also still movable. It's just not, like, as movable. I'm not sure how to describe it. Like, I can move the toe, but it's the joints moving, not the toe itself moving. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure how to explain it in a way that would show it without me, like, bringing up my foot to the camera. and displaying how it goes. But then we probably get banned, because that would almost be a foot fetish stream at that point. Like, unless I, like, physically get my feet up there and show the difference, it is hard to explain what I'm referring to. Actually, doesn't have a Twitch have a policy against it? I'm pretty sure YouTube doesn't, oddly enough. I'm pretty sure Twitch would literally ban you if you did it. I'm pretty sure YouTube would be okay with it. Which is kind of funny. I don't think anything in YouTube's term of service is against it. Whereas Twitch has a very weird terms of service that it doesn't even adhere to a lot of times. Like, it does sometimes and doesn't other times. Let's see, what do we need here? We'll take that one over. Oh yeah, your whole team is like immune to Devour, don't you? Slightly problematic, isn't it? It's called a buddy toe. That's pretty much what it does. It just kind of moves when the other toe moves. Like, I have to use my pinky toe to move my second toe. It doesn't move on its own. It needs the whole joint to move. Oh, why did I do that? I could have taken a fracture turn. Whoops. I would like full mana, please. Thank you. A little overkill at that point, but I'll take it. Also because we got a Spear Skull off the sky and we already had the 2x damage from the Hunter's Mark curse thing. Also, we found another Valraven. Oh gosh, there are so many dells. Might be a 2.5-hour stream. Well, I guess we're making up for lost time. How about this? We'll hand out the second code once we finally finish out all of the rooms here. Once we get 0 sigils, like officially 0, as we can't go any further. And then after that, we'll go mess with team builds. I just realized something. I don't have enough damage to kill him because he didn't get poisoned, so unfortunate. Luckily, he only summoned 1, so it's not as bad. Get out of here. Anyway, Scorpius him. Actually, Scorpius just would have been enough damage. Yep, nice double kill. Unfortunately, that was the one that was already poisoned. Perfect. What's kind of funny is we're almost going to get all the battles done. Just from the free battles. Unfortunately, it doesn't go all the way. But it goes pretty close. Oh yeah, did we ever get access to other title yet? I don't think we did. Let me double check. Because I skipped a title last time as well. I don't think enough time has gone by to get it. Where do you even check? Titles. Yeah, I can't get it yet. Soon, TM. Similar to all these other here. Where it says, like, obtained from event. Anyways. Yeah, they unlock after 3 months after the fact. The other one was, I want to say 2 months ago? This still has another month before it goes all the way. Anyways. Let's go and, let's see. Let's finish this. And then we'll go do some team building. We should only have 2 more, as there's a very unlikely chance we'll get a Valraven within those 2. But it's kind of insane if we do. Because we really shouldn't. This has basically come down to doing a faction stream at this point. It was not the initial intention, but it has turned into one. I get her a little double kill there. Fortunately, not enough to clean them up. We just do that and we're good to go. You never let you know if you received the gems compensation. Oh, yeah. Didn't I mention that? I thought I did on stream. Oh, you might not have been around because of your kid's birthday. But yeah, I mentioned it on stream. But yeah, we got 100 gems. Yeah, I don't think I replied to you on Discord. But I forgot, you might not have been in the stream. Because I mentioned it on stream, but you might not have been around. But yeah, we got 100 gems. Yeah, we got the compensation for it. It wasn't much because obviously we didn't put much in. But we did. Yeah, after we finish out these last few delves, which should only be 2 more, we'll then go do some team building for the week. I won't specifically be doing Guild War teams. However, I will do most of the other teams. Oh, yeah, what was the weekend event this weekend? Wasn't it? Oh, I already forget. Let me double check. It was Bounty Hunter. How do I show Bounty Hunter team on Monday? I guess I just show Tagraki team? I'm pretty sure I just show Tagraki. Literally just show Tagraki. Because Bounty Hunter is the same every single time. Like, there's almost no situation where Bounty Hunter is any different. It is exceedingly rare that you need to run anything different for Bounty. Like, there are some circumstances where it happens, but, you know, it's almost always just Mana Accumulator, Tagraki, a second true damage to go with Tagraki. And that's it. Eventually we might have a build that can do Skull Spam or something similar, but for now, that's all you need. I'm glad to see that the stream's a lot more stable, even though our connection's still kind of sketchy. I still want to look into getting the connection fixed, though. Even if the stream isn't necessarily delayed, my overall connection, upload speed, and stuff like that still is. Because it's running about 20 to 30% worse. Or not 20 to 30%, I mean, basically 20 to 30% capacity of what it was before. Because I think I'm supposed to get, like, up to about 10 kilobytes per second. And it goes as low as, like, 1 or 2 kilobytes per second. Or, sorry, 1 to 2,000 kilobytes per second, I mean. Which is like 5 times lower than it should be. Yeah, I know only one Tagraki. I meant a true damage to go with Tagraki. Obviously, never 2 Tagraki. This is little buddies like Corpse Mirror or the red-blue one. I always forget its name. It's stealthy, so I figured it'd be better to do it this way, and there we go. Slightly quicker, not too big a deal though. Save those seconds. If I... Oh, I'm like clicking it as if it's Leprechaun. Fail. Wrong composition. Might help. Come on, get enough mana. Come on, so close. Not quite. You know, I'm gonna just do that for precaution's sake. Because I could just do this and then kill a Scorpius. Slightly safer that way. Not like we're gonna lose, but you know, from a time perspective, it's safer. Because the other way we'd have to RNG the other thing. Whereas that way it's consistent. That's the only bad thing about this poison thing. Like, it's really inconsistent if it does or doesn't hit. Unless you're using essence for it. Because a lot of times you can't control when you take purple. As weird as that may seem, even though you're taking every board, or, you know, move from the board. But you're generally not looking to take purple, so you don't really control when you take purple. And we need purple to poison. Or essence. Like, essence, like, we need to save for impervious and stuff like that. We can still apply poison with it. Also mana accumulates and all that, of course. But there are times when we don't want to do it. If we could just get red, that'd be amazing. I feel like it's the Thrall problem. Like, anytime you need that, like, 1 mana accumulator, it never wants to give you that mana. Also, we did land a poison earlier, and it is not on the thing I needed on. Luckily, I can still utilize it by killing the other option. Perfect. And after this set, we'll go hand out another code. And then we'll go mess with a bunch of team building. And get some of the teams for the week. I'm not going to build all of them right now, but a good number of them. Also, gosh, this Lycanthropy's being so annoying. We could have just killed already if he didn't do that. There we go. Still kill with the skull. I almost keep forgetting he even has, like, infinite skull damage up there. Like, after Devour, especially Double Devour, he's just one-shotting everything. We're pretty close to it anyways. Definitely double-shotting. Technically one-shot if they were hunter marked, like from Essence. I should have taken that blue first. I could have extra turned blue from Sky. Yeah, that's pretty much how the Scorpius version of this works for Delves. It's not a team we've shown for a while, but yeah, it worked out pretty well. It's not as good as Iron Gut Zugoff. Like, if you have access to Iron Gut Zugoff, just run Iron Gut Zugoff. But, of course, this week we cannot run due to the restriction. So this is a pretty close secondary option. Not exactly the same, but, you know, it gets your job done. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Could have just scolded again, but oh well. We didn't know for sure if we'd hit a skull there or not from Sky. Question! What is your question? I have an answer for it. I do like questions. Oh, why do you gotta be 2 mana short? Luckily, if nothing else, that allows us to set up into this, and then we do that. And then boom, good to go. Do I have an R channel on my Discord? I believe we do not. I don't think we do. Bet you don't remember. In all fairness, Isabel has been holding down the line on the Discord for quite a while. And I actually do not know on the current state of the Discord if it has or does not have one. Oh, well, don't revive. Oh, we don't? Okay. I didn't think we had one. Wasn't 100% certain, though. Oh, nice double kill. Alright, this should be the final battle unless we get a Valraven here, which should be very doubtful. Yep, no Valraven. Alright, then we'll go handle a second code, and then we'll go and mess with a bunch of team building. Oh, I could have staircased all of that. Aw. Like, I don't think I needed that blue, but would have been nice. Yeah, it wouldn't have made a difference, but still. Would have been the better play. Even though it ultimately would have made no difference at all. Theoretically, even though we wouldn't know in hindsight, what we did was technically quicker, since I actually did not need that mana and it would have taken longer. Well, of course, we wouldn't have known that ahead of time. Alright, we only get 2 or don't get 2 rewards. However, the 2 rewards we don't get aren't really that good. Hey, we got a blue orb. It was all worth it. But yeah, the only thing we didn't get was this useless one, and I guess a double orb into the other thing, which that one's not bad. But the amount of gems we have to spend to get there at this point, just not really worth it. So we shall ignore it. Oh yeah, what star are we missing on Merlantis? Does it even get anything relevant? I think it's just tribute reward, which means we're missing out on basically nothing. Oh, it is tribute chance. Never mind. Ah, that's unfortunate, but we'll get it later. We could wait a month. For 700 gems, I think we could just wait a month and save it for the precious Dragonite every single day. And none of the rewards are worth it? Oh no, I think they are. It's still a good handful of loot. Anyways, let me go hand out a second code. Here you guys go. And then we'll go mess with a bunch of team builds. There's the code. Enjoy. Use on gemsaward.com or for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Redeem codes right over there in chat. And give Steam Ward as always 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,000 Roger Gold. Enjoy, everyone. Anyways, I believe we have done all the things we need to do. Let me just double check as far as all the weeklies and everything. And if that is the case, we'll then go team build for next week. And I'll do some of that now and then cover it in the video a little bit later. Also, thank you whoever claimed that for me. Oh, we never got this. Mad Bro title. That's funny. Any good orb? Nice. Major blue. Love to see it. Even though orbs are not as useful in the current state of the game, but they still add up to be like I don't know. Orbs are in a really weird state right now, where they're still useful, but they're like almost too many of them are being handed out, which seems weird because there's some resource in the game where too many is definitely not being handed out in some regard. But orbs are one of those few where it does feel like they're handing out a little bit too many orbs relative to what we have to use them on. The biggest issue is not necessarily the rate at which they're handing out the orbs, but the frequency at which they add more things to use orbs on. Particularly like Zugoth and stuff like that, you know, things that cost power orbs and stuff like that. If they added more things like that, then it would kind of balance it out, but they haven't been, which is just strange. Anyways, let's go build a billion teams. So let's see, world event, faction stuff. Let's go build all of these. Let's see. At least all the standard ones. Which means to create all the standard ones, we would need up to right here. Right? Yeah, up to right there. There's everything beyond that. Let's see. One of these would be Bounty Hunter. So hello, Bounty Hunter. And then what else do we need then? I guess that's it, because we're probably not covering anything for Guild Wars specifically. Or, you know, we will be as the days go by. But as far as, like, in a team's video, I'm not going to, like, post one team for every Guild War day. Though we technically could, but... what else is going on? We have the Journey events. I guess I could show a Journey quick kill. But that's most likely just Rowan, for the most part. I'm pretty sure. Get, like, a Rowan in there. Maybe adjust our Explore 2 to 4. And something like that. But you know what? I'm going to just grab this. Because we're probably not going to need that many teams. I'm going to call it, like objectives or something. Like, quick kill team. Quick kill tasks. Actually, what's it called? Campaign task. I'm going to call it campaign tasks. Quick. That's not going to fit, though. Campaign tasks. Yeah, quick tasks. Or I could just do campaign tasks. Campaign. That should be exactly enough. Okay, it actually has 2 spares. But yeah, that works. Campaign tasks. That's not the team for, but it shall be made into it. So word event, we don't know. We don't know exactly what we can use as a restriction. We'll do that later. Faction, we do know, though. The faction is, what, Dugaroff, right? Whatever that word one is, I always mispronounce. Yeah, Dungaroff, wherever that is. Where's that located in Underworld? Because I want to check its coloration. This is a brown-purple. How do we feel about brown purple? Brown purple has access to, well, it has a really good, this seems gonna be really easy for it. Because we have Iron Gut. If I could spell it correctly, I forgot it's not 2 words, it's 1 word. So we have Iron Gut, Zugoff. Thrall, of course. And you know what? Might as well do Leprechaun version. So we need Hero. Guess you want to have it there for some EXP. How else do we want to run this? I guess double purple into blue. And then minus green if we can. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. Good job, Alithia. And yeah, this is the build done. Pretty standard High King Iron Gut Zugoff. So now this one's a little bit more complicated. Brown purple. I could go Chalcedony team. But I want something quicker than that. Oh, we have access to brown. I can just do guard. Aha, we'll do guard then. Sir Quentin Hadley. We have access to Leprechaun, so might as well Leprechaun. And hero weapon can be anything that doesn't block. Maybe like an Abral Crystal or something. What colors are we not using? Just blue, right? So yeah, let's just make it blue-purple, which I believe is Abral Crystal, right? Blue-purple is... yeah, Abral Crystal, that's what I thought. Just making sure. And hero class doesn't really matter too much. I guess something a little tankier, maybe just like a Titan or something. It's a nice standard half mana start class there. Alright, there we go. Pretty standard guards avatar Sir Quentin Hadley build. And then the only one we need then for that is Pure Faction. As far as Pure Faction is concerned, this is for the Dugoroth, which means I believe we just spam that one that does the boost ratio thing. Or am I thinking of a different location? Oh, is it called the? Wait, why is it under not D? Is it called the Dugoroth or something? Am I going crazy? Doesn't it start with D? Where is it? What? Where is it? Am I going crazy? Wait, let me click on Keyzil. I mean, not Keyzil. Oh wait, I'm under class. Wait, I'm under class screen. I was like, wait, why doesn't it exist? I was gonna say, hold up. Oh gosh, I was under the wrong menu. They else have been done. Anyways, yeah, you're the guy with the boost ratio, right? Oh no, this is a different boost ratio than I was thinking. It still works though. So I go you, and Golem, I believe. Unless there's anything else we need to change. Let's see, Golem, Barrier, Protection, 50% reduction. You have infinite damage. Explode a bunch, boom, boom, boom. You do nothing, you do pretty much nothing. Okay, that's the team. And you set the banner to double up on the one that's further back. So we do double red, purple. Unless we really need to get some quicker Golem casts. I highly doubt it, though. You could do double purple, red. It wouldn't hurt. What's the actual faction for the banner? I mean, banner for the faction. Oh, it doesn't actually have one under discoloration. Interesting. Alright, so we can go either or, I guess. Neither is wrong. It really depends what you're trying to do. If you want to play it safer, you double up on purple. If you want to play it more offensively, you double up on red. It really depends how you want to play it. But I feel, generally speaking, just going more offensively is fine. So, there we go. Yeah, that's another one down. Sentinel class needs to be renamed to... oh gosh, what's it called again? Sorcerer, right? That's that one really useless one. I remember when Sorcerer was actually go... oh gosh, is that even how you spell Sorcerer? Sorcerer... that looks wrong. There's no way that's right. There's a chance it's right. How do you spell Sorcerer? Why does that look so wrong? S-O-R-C-E-R-E-R. That's a lot of R's. I never remember Sorcerer having double ER. Yeah, that's correct. I spelled it right. Interesting. Anyways. So this is, I believe, Daemon restriction. Yeah, it's Daemon from Karkaroth. So easiest way to do this is clear filter, go to Karkaroth, go to Daemon, and that will show us a list of every single thing that can be used, and you can use any hero weapon. So I click on Karkaroth, we click on Daemon, and this brings up a full list of every single thing that can be used for this event. With that being said, I am mostly just looking for Mana Link. With that being said, I'm mostly just looking for Ancient Horror. And with that, Black Manacle? That's a lot of brown purple spam, but, you know, I'll take it. Is there Empower for this location? Is that's a lot of mana spam. But it works. Like a brown purple banner, +2 brown, +1 purple, we're good to go. Minus something we don't need. Change the class to like Archmagus because Archmagus is way better than Sorcerer. And there we go, we got a team. Of just one color, but it works. Let me just double check. Does Scarecrow have like any mana accumulator that is even remotely relevant in any way, shape, or form? Because I want to say the answer is no. I guess maybe Green Slime, but it's not a Daemon. Oh, sure, let me say it's a Daemon just to make sure I don't accidentally click the wrong one. Because I'm pretty sure this location has literally nothing for mana, other than like if you want to go Billion Thorn Walls or something. Like we have Wall of Tentacles, which there's a gimmick for that, but not worth using if you're just going to go down that route. You don't have Mana Link, though it'd be really useful if you did. Gosh, this place has like nothing. Gosh, it's not Broken Spire that needs the rework. Gosh, Carecroft needs it. Oh, so hello, Eric. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Demon. Is Demon and Demon a different thing? It says Daemon, but I'm pretty sure it's like a different type of demon or something. I have no clue. But technically demons. Anyways, there's sorcerer events. Let's see. Will you aim for 1,000 vault keys next one? I'm not sure. That's a huge maybe. 500, we might. 1,000, not sure yet. Just because of how long a grind it is. We'll consider it, though. But I don't think we're going to go for 1,000 this next one. I do think I'm going to go for slightly more than normal, but probably not 1,000. Like, we're probably not going to do day-long streams for it like we did last time. But we'll see. Maybe we will. It was fun. But I don't want to do it, like, literally every Vault event. Like, maybe, like, a few times per year. We'll do, like, a super ultra Vault event weekend where we'll go for 1,000. But it's definitely not going to be every Vault event. And I have a feeling this next Vault event is not going to be one of those. Plus, if we do it every single time, it won't be special. But yeah, we're definitely farming next Vault event, obviously. Though I don't think we're going for 1,000 this time. Though for the very last one of this year, we might. Depends when it falls, though. Because it might be too right into the holidays. So we'll see. Because we don't actually know when the next Vault event is. Like, we know the one from the 21st to the 23rd this month. But the one after that, we don't know. And it depends when that falls. Anyways, is there anything else I can even build right now? Campaign tasks, we won't fully know until we see the list, so I don't want to make that yet. This team is going to be replaced with whatever's in Soulforge, which we don't know what that is until Monday happens. This is for the Thursday class event. This is for the Tuesday stuff. Wednesday doesn't really have anything. Friday has bounty. Oh yeah, I need a bounty hunter team, don't I? Let's see. Let's call this one Bounty Hunter. Let's call it Friday Bounty. Friday Bounty. And of course, this is just standard bounty team. You put in your Tergrakis. You put in your Ogresses. Obviously only one. I'm not sure why I'm saying plural. You put in your other True Damager. And Hero... what was the color again? Yellow, green? Yeah, yellow-green, just making sure. Because what I'm going to do as a placeholder is just go to weapon. Find, like, the most generic yellow-green weapon that is very obviously not what we are actually supposed to use. How about Chalice? Because almost no one has Chalice, so they're not going to accidentally use Chalice. And because that's a $5 money-locked weapon these days. It used to be free, though. And then you change your banner to... Honestly, that banner is almost correct. Actually, that banner is correct. Wait. And there we go. Actually, I don't know. Technically, double red brown's also good. I don't know. Double green, double red is definitely a correct option. So you know what? We're just going to leave it like that. That's fine. There we go. Friday bounty. And hero class doesn't matter, so here, have an archer. Alright, that's all the teams, kind of. This will do for something in Soulforge, so we need to know what that is. This will be the Rowan build, or any quick kill team we're going to do for the other thing. But we need to know what all the objectives are, just in case. And maybe we'll show one other team if I go make another. And I think that will be everything we need then. Perfect. Anyways, guys, I guess I'll wrap it up for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always. Well, maybe not as always, but you know, a couple days this week we weren't doing it. However, we should be back to normal schedule. Stream every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 2 hours prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night, or at least we'll continue every single night. Aside from that, looks like connection is good enough. It's not fully fixed, but we were able to change enough of our settings with the lower capability of our connection. And it has stabilized things to a point where, yeah, it seems stable enough. So we'll do a midday stream on Tuesday as well. Well, for the thing I meant to do last Tuesday, but couldn't because of our connection. And then from there, yeah, we'll have the Mythic video up. Hopefully before we're basically going to have 3 videos up within the next, hopefully 12 hours. And those videos will be maybe close to 18 hours, we'll see. But between now and next stream, we should have 3 videos up, hopefully. One over the new Mythic, one over all the teams for the week, and the other one on the standard weekly stuff. And that's pretty much our game plan then. Wait, fix the echo? Wait, is there an echo? Is there an echo on the mic? The audio is something I have been needing to fix on this channel. Like, whenever I ask, everyone always says, like, it's fine. But then I, like, listen back to it and listen to, like, other people's audio, and it's like, something doesn't sound right here. I'm not sure what it is, because I'm not really, like, an audio expert. But it definitely doesn't sound as clean as some other audio. But, that's something I'll need to look into later. Because I definitely don't know too much about audio overall. We might replace out this mic at some point, but for now it seems fine for what we need. Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night as per usual. Catch you guys later. We'll have 3 videos up between now and then, hopefully. As Logic Slayer mentioned, definitely feel free to like the stream if you haven't already. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. And we'll be back to normal schedule now going into next week. Everything should be hopefully on time compared to normal. Now that we kind of got things somewhat situated. Connection's still a bit iffy, but that's something I need to go to like the actual service provider to go fix at this point. Because their automated system is awful. But anyways, guys, catch you later. Have a wonderful week, and see you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.